Grön is the best restaurant in Helsinki. This was our favorite meal during our trip to Finland, and one of the best meals we've had in a long time. Every single bite delivered a flavor explosion in a way that very few meals achieve. Grön currently has one Michelin star, but once you've seen this video, you'll understand why this restaurant strongly deserves a second star. Helsinki is home to some of the top fine dining restaurants in the Nordics, as well as many options for everyday eating. If you're planning a trip to Finland's capital, check out our city map, where we've gathered all our Helsinki favorites. You'll find Michelin-starred restaurants, casual bistros, natural wine bars, and specialty coffee shops. Follow us inside Grön, our favorite restaurant in Helsinki. When you step inside the door, you see there are only a handful of tables. The compact open kitchen is in the same room as the diners, but the small size of the kitchen does not represent the mighty food they're pushing out. Executive chef Toni Kostian and his team are serving some of the tastiest and most interesting bites in the Nordics. The meal began with 3 small bites. The first showcased the best summer produce, with the tart filled with vegetables, labna, and edible herbs from their garden. Next came a dish that's become a signature at Grön. A tart is filled with tomatoes, red currants, house-made ricotta cheese, ramson capers, oregano oil, and onion flowers. It's concentrated and intense, but perfectly balanced, tasting very Italian while simultaneously Nordic. The last snack featured dry-aged Finnish Wagyu beef, served on top of a butter-fried potato pancake with honey mustard, crispy kombu, and kale flowers. Alongside our food, we enjoyed Grön's house-made juice pairing. Colorful glasses decorated our table, filled with unique combinations like white currant, cucumber, and mint, apple and fennel, carrot, sea buckthorn, and curry, and strawberry, rhubarb, and lemon verbena. The tasting menu kicked off with a fresh serving of raw Danish shrimps, a Nordic aguachile with elderflower, tomatillo, Meyer lemon, and dill. The shrimps were sweet and creamy, and the herbaceous sauce went exceptionally well with the juice pairing. Then a stunning dish arrived at our table, a smoked pork fat chawanmushi topped with rows of grilled corn arranged in concentric circles and a huge scoop of Rossini Black Label caviar. An intense smoked pork broth was poured over the bowl, adding rich umami and smoky flavors to the silky egg custard. This was such a fun, creative twist on the traditional Japanese dish. And then came one of our favorite bread servings of all time, a brioche milk bread hybrid, glazed with honey, sprinkled with fennel pollen and thyme, and served with house-churned butter. This bread was like a carb cloud, insanely light and fluffy, and we loved the sourness of the butter. On the side, a small bowl of crayfish was served with Finnish new potatoes, garden beans, vinjaan, and potato foam. One of our favorite dishes of the meal was served next, a huge Norwegian scallop with Grön's signature XO sauce, on top of a yellow kosho sabayon made with fermented Meyer lemon. The scallop is drizzled with smoked pork fat tableside and topped with a hearty scoop of Rossini Ossetra caviar. This course tasted like a fancy barbecue dish, smoky and meaty, and the scallop was cooked perfectly. But the best serving of the day was the main course, a stuffed barbecue quail egg topped with a generous amount of freshly shaved black truffles. The bird was filled with a cep mushroom and thyme farce and served on top of chanterelles and a foamy white wine and truffle sauce. This dish was exceptional, with balanced sweet and savory components and a perfect amount of creaminess without being too heavy. We transitioned to the sweet portion of the menu with a cloudberry sorbet topped with fresh cloudberries in a syrup flavored with vanilla, sea buckthorn, and marigold. This was fresh and balanced, with fruity and sweet elements that reminded us of the classic cocktail, the Pornstar Martini. The main dessert was equally up our alley. Slices of polka strawberry were served with cardamom ice cream and summer flowers from their garden. A juice of strawberries, Meyer lemon, and cardamom was poured onto the plate, and dots of peppermint and cardamom oils finished the serving. This was so insanely good, just a perfect combination of flavors and textures. But there were still a few more bites to end our meal on a sweet note. A birch sap pâte de fruits, a caramelized chocolate shell filled with sea buckthorn, lavender, and candied carrot, a set mushroom chocolate, and an acorn miso caramel. We've been to Grön multiple times over the last few years, and the food just gets better and better. The service is friendly and warm, and the relaxed setting makes you feel at home, even in a Michelin restaurant. This is a real gem in Helsinki that we always return to whenever we're visiting Finland. In our opinion, Grön will be one of the next restaurants in the Nordics to get a second star.
If you like our work, support us on Patreon, where we also have a food community called The Hungries. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more food and travel videos. And be sure to follow us on Instagram at @AndersHusa and Carnivore. Thanks for watching!